40-year girls, there is such a demand for those 40. The same set of half a dozen companies we have for the instrumentation core roles, and they all want those 40 girls only.
Correct. And those 40 girls only will end up doing instrumentation. The boys will end up doing MBA and salesmen.
Yeah, perhaps if they. So in fact, some boys come and tell me also. So even, I mean, I'm just going a bit ahead and saying that even when companies shortlist, so typically what happens when companies come to campuses, we send them a list of profiles. So they shortlist because suppose there are 200 students, they may want to put only 100 on the test, right? So they have different criteria for the boys and the girls. So very often it happens that a boy who is like 8.5 CGPA is not shortlisted, but a girl at 8.2 is, because they want to, out of the 100 candidates they want to take ahead, they want 70 girls and 30 boys. So the shortlisting cutoff is much lesser. So all the winds, head, tail, everything.
I want to really come on this one.
Is all this. So that's what I'm saying.
Point to
No,
make.
so I just want to come on two things, right? Just by looking at diversity quota, I can show you the numbers. I can tell you my team, which I'm very specific about the women in data. It's 20%. It's one of the highest benchmarks out there. You can check it out. Especially data science, I can certainly talk about data science and product engineering. There is, you just go up the ladder, it keeps dropping.
Yeah, that is correct.
And it is. That's one point. Second point, yeah, I told you about when I began this, I said there are two biases, conscious and unconscious bias. What are and of course, companies can only do so much about conscious biases. So that is being eliminated, which is the diversity coming in, which is a very good thing to happen.
Yes.
Which is flexibility coming in. Maternity is now 6 months. When I had my daughter, it was 3 months. So those are things that are certainly coming out. But the unconscious bias, which is a very, very important driver as you move up the career, is there. And if we don't talk about it, if we say everything is nice, right, everything is healthy, pink and healthy, it's not going to be the right picture, right? I was of the belief for a long time, the decisions or my growth is not impacted by biases, etc. Till I was seeing hard facts, and then I had to correlate and say, okay, this is what was happening. It's unfortunate. It's because we are a product of the societies, right? And till I had these discussions with women where certain attributes were more associated with women, and certain attributes were not. I wasn't sure myself, and the problem is this, right? And the problem is when you voice out as a woman and say that, hey, there seems to be a bias going on, or this person had a bias, and or this person refused to report to me because I was a woman. I have these cases. In those cases, right, you saying that statement doesn't seem to be right. You saying that statement is you are trying to make yourself as a victim, right? You're playing a victim card. Trust me, there have been feedback like that, right? So I'm just talking about the unconscious bias, and those who are even saying that may not even know what they are saying, may not even know that, okay, you are kind of saying something which is showing a bias, right? You wouldn't know that, but it does happen. Many people don't talk about it because they are afraid of being judged as kind of taking a woman card here or anything like that. Certainly better than last 15 years, how things have shaped up. But till the unconscious bias goes, this is going to continue. And women have to do that, right? All I'm saying is, I want to just, many forums I go and I do say that I'm just sensitizing it. These biases going to be there. There are people that your own family, people whom you value their opinion and your success more, they may say, hey, you should have looked at your child first before taking this. These happen, and let it happen is what I'm saying, right? Let it. You can take all the VP and above women in all the companies. Ask them how many of them are guilty of not cooking before coming to work. You will see a bunch of hands go up, right? So I'm trying to sensitize that these biases are there. The society is still judging you based on some parlance that somebody wrote some many centuries back. You need to shatter that. You don't need to bother about it. The more you come in, the more these biases will go away. That's the sensitivity I wanted to bring.